everyone. Welcome to your 30-minute Vinyasa practice. My name's Elisa. If we haven't met before, it's so lovely to have you here. I hope you're all doing okay. I'm thinking of you every day. So we will get started with a really brief meditation to arrive back to the body and to the practice. So I'll invite you here to either take a comfortable seat in any way. It could be cross-legged like me, or kneeling, sitting on your heels, or you can lie down on your back. So you can choose whatever suits you. We'll be here for a few minutes. So take your time as you really intentionally arrive to this space that is your practice. And for the next 30 minutes, being present in the body. So you might like to experiment with closing down the eyes, see if that's comfortable for you. If it's not, that's okay. Just softening your gaze somewhere on the floor in front of you. And your hands, they might like to rest on your thighs, or one hand in the center of your chest, one hand on your belly. And placing hands on the body, just giving you a little bit of contact to perhaps allow a deeper opportunity to experience the physical body. So allowing the mind and the body to catch up with one another. So we oftentimes kind of live in the future in our minds. So just taking a few moments to settle. And perhaps here you notice the weight of your body, the space that it takes up. And as you begin to regather all of your attention, all of your power back to your physical shape, I'd like to open our time together by paying respects to the land, by expressing my gratitude to the ancestors and the elders of the land from which I'm sitting on, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. And I express deep gratitude to their elders past, those present and those emerging. I'd like to acknowledge the ancestors of this practice of yoga and pay my deepest respects to those yogis who have spent thousands of years cultivating these practices that we in the West are able to explore, to share together today. Such an honor. As you continue to arrive with intention, and perhaps that intention is just to be present with this moment, I'd like you to just begin to observe the rhythm of your own breath. As you bring consciousness to your own way of breathing, we are practicing what yoga is, this union of consciousness with breath, this union of consciousness with body. Noticing how that feels for you once you bring that attention to your own rhythm of breathing. Bringing awareness or consciousness to an act that is otherwise unconscious, right? The body breathes for us, regardless of whether or not we're paying attention to it. So in our yoga practice, we are really inviting in this union, this connection, this alignment to really be alive or conscious within each move that we make, each movement, each breath. And so my invitation to you is to carry this awareness and let your breath, this conscious breath, lead your practice in a practice of bringing intelligence, of bringing aliveness to the entire body and mind. You might like to Take these next 3 breaths with me as we inhale through the nose and make a ha sound on the exhale, just to fully release all of the air from the lungs, empty completely. And this type of breath really invites in a fuller, spacious inhalation. So we're clearing the old and really inviting in the new. So when you're ready, inhaling through the nose, opening the mouth. 2 more like that. Inhaling through the nose, elongating the spine, or if you're on your back. Last one here, your own way. Inhale. Blinking the eyes open if they're not already. Welcome to your practice. We will begin, if you are on your back, coming up to a seat. We'll just begin by opening up through the thoracic part of the spine and the shoulders. So inhaling the arms wide and high, bringing the arms up, fingertips towards the sky. Take a notice here of what the front body is doing. If the ribs are flaring open, you're expanding. That's great. But we're going to try containing the lower ribs, hugging the navel in, and removing a curvature from the lower back. So you'll see oftentimes when we inhale the arms, we kind of splay open the chest, and you can't really see in this shirt, and you bring that U curve to the lower back. What we want to do is contain the front body, hug in the navel, bring that energy, that power back to the center, and elongate through the back. So holding here, so there is a lot of engagement here, holding here for another breath. Inhale. And we're going to monkey grip the hands behind the head. So bringing left hand in front of right this time, and gripping the fingers nice and tight and bring them behind the head. A little bit awkward, but just settle into it. We're going to press the back of the head into the hands as you hug in the navel, the lower ribs. Draw opposite elbows away from each other. Feel that engagement. Opening through the shoulders, head pressing into the back of the hands. So you open through the chest simultaneously, drawing the elbows away from each other, nice and strong here. 1 more breath. Drawing them away, gripping tightly. We're going to inhale, find spaciousness through the core, through the center of the body, and then exhale, just using the strength of your core, twist to the right. Draw that right elbow back, draw the left elbow in front of you. Pressing the lower half of the body into your mat. Lots of effort here. Inhale. Exhale, twist even deeper, drawing the elbows away from each other. Head is pressing into the hands. 1 more breath as you inhale and you exhale to deepen your twist through your core. Inhale the arms up. As you come back to center, give the hands a bit of a shake. Shoulders a bit of a shake. Maybe even rolling through the wrists. And we'll take the other side when you're ready. So this time, right hand in front of the left. As you monkey grip the hands, bring them behind you. Press the back of the skull into your hands as you draw the elbows away from each other. Find that tall spine. Inhale here. Exhale, twist to the left. Letting that movement come from your core, using the strength and the pressure of your arms as they're pulling against each other in opposite directions. You're drawing that right elbow forward, that left elbow back. Pressing the lower half of the body into the ground. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Even deeper. 1 more here. Inhale, lots of effort. Exhale, deepen your twist. And inhale back to center. Float the arms down to the ground. A little bit of a shake might be nice. And we're going to come onto all fours. And just take a little bit of intuitive movement here. So I'll let you kind of allow the breath to begin guiding you here. If you prefer a bit of direction, we'll take some cat-cow. So hands underneath the shoulders, shins pressed into the mat. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, your gaze. Exhale, round through the upper spine. Dome forward. And then begin moving a little bit more like this. We'll come to sit on the heels from here, thighs together. You might need a little bit of support under the knees if they're a bit sore. And we'll bring the arms out into the shape of a T and take Garudasana, eagle arms. So we'll bring right arm underneath the left to begin, crossing. Then maybe the back of the hands can touch, or maybe you can even wind up your forearms together and bring the palms to touch. Big opening through the back body of the shoulders. We're going to exhale, draw the shoulders away from the ears. And then bow, curl forward as you press the hands away from you, coil into a little ball. As you rise up, pressing the ground away with your shins onto your knees, inhale. Press the shins into the mat as you draw the elbows towards the sky. Take a little back bend, keeping that containment through the front of the body. Exhale as you press the hands away from you. Simultaneously sit your hips to your heels. Curl into your little ball. 2 more like this. Inhale to rise. Move slowly. Let the arms guide you. The breath guide you. Little back bend if you'd like. Exhale, press the hands away. So the hands are engaged and they're pressing against each other this whole movement. So you're allowing that little stretch, that opening through the back of the shoulders. Inhale to rise. And exhale to curl, slowly coil. So you untangle the arms, bring them wide and high. Inhale. Taking the opposite grip this time, or the opposite bind. Left arm underneath the right. Either back at the hands touch, or maybe you coil the forearms together, palms come to touch. Soften the shoulders, find your alignment. Curling forward, exhale, coil into the little ball, round the upper spine. Inhale, press the ground away, use your strength, your balance as you inhale, lifting elbows towards the sky. Little back bend, exhale, bow forward. Inhale to rise. Last time, exhale, bow forward. Curling, coiling, upper spine rounds. Inhale to rise. And then curling all the way down to the ground. Unwind your arms. Take a big, wide and high breath with the arms. Hands come through heart center. And then we'll find our way into all fours again. From here, taking your time to set up your alignment of your hands, spreading the fingers really wide so you want all 10 pads of the fingers gripping into the ground. Tuck the toes, and then as you hover the knees off the ground, sink your bum towards your heels, extend the arms, long crouching version of a down dog. Inhale, pounce your way forward, almost like you're a panther. Pounce your way forward into a plank position. So shoulders stacked on top of wrists here. Coming back into that crouching position, bend the knees, hover the knees off the ground, hips towards the heels. And then inhale, slowly pounce your way forward, unfurl into plank position. One more, exhale, bend the knees, send the hips back, using that strength of the arms, the toes. And then inhale, coming forward into plank. From plank here, you can lower your knees, belly, chest, and chin all the way to the ground. Elbows hugging towards the ribcage, hands in line with your nipples, tops of the feet pressing into the mat. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, cobra pose, compression of the spine. Exhale, lower. 1 more here, hugging the elbows in towards the side body and lower to the ground. Tuck the toes. Press your way through child's pose into your first downward facing dog when you're ready. And taking a few moments to arrive in your downward facing dog, you might like to pedal the feet, just taking a moment to externally rotate the shoulders, softness in the elbows, lower ribs, again hugging in, tailbone nice and high in the air. Maybe lift the heels, lower the heels, lift the heels on the in-breath, lower the heels on the out-breath. When you're ready, leading with the right leg, inhale, right heel towards the sky. You don't have to lift it too high. Exhale, knee to nose as you step that right foot in between your hands. Stay here in a long runner's lunge, maybe indulging in a little bit of a stretch here. And then pressing that right foot into the mat, we're going to step the left foot to meet the right at the top of your mat, forward fold, Uttanasana. Flaring the toes, grounding the heels into the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, tabletop the spine. Exhale, bow forward. Standing nice and tall, engaging through the legs. Inhale to rise, Urdhva Hastasana, hands in the sky. Exhale as you bow your way all the way to the ground. Halfway lift, inhale. Out breath as you bow forward. Bend the knees, plant the hands, reach the right leg far behind you, indulging in that little runner's lunge on this side this time. Plant the hands as you silently step the left foot to meet the right in plank position, and we'll flow through a vinyasa together. Knees, belly, chest, and chin to the ground just to begin. Inhale into cobra. And exhale into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, find your breath. Inhale through the nose. Long out breath, any way you'd like. Inhale, lifting the left leg high behind you, leading with the heel. Exhale, knee to nose as you come forward. Step that foot in between your hands. Runner's lunge on this side, fingertips frame the left foot. Take a moment as you bring energy into the left heel, float the right toes off the ground, step it to the top of your mat, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, pour yourself down. Strength through the legs, gather it all up, Urdhva hands in the air. And exhale, pour yourself all the way back down. Halfway lift, inhale. Bowing forward, exhale. As you step and reach that left leg, toes right behind you. Take your long runner's lunge for a moment. Then plant the hand, step the right foot next to the left vinyasa of your choice. So flowing through chaturanga into up dog. You can maybe skip this part. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. Please know, as always, these are all options. So you choose what you like. If it doesn't suit your body today, you know that you have that power over however you'd like to place your body. In this practice, at least. Inhaling nice and deep. Maybe sighing out the mouth. One more breath like this. As you bend the knees, come up really high on the balls of the feet, look in between your hands, hop, step, or jump your way to the top of the mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Bowing forward, exhale. Rising tall, inhale, staying here for a moment. This time, bringing the palms together. So you inhale, and then we're gonna cross at the wrists and bring the palms to touch. So it's like you're pushing against the other palm. You're engaging through the triceps. You'll feel the triceps light up. Find that long back body, hug in the navel as you inhale, lift high. Exhale, push the right hand into the left as you tip to the right. Side body opening. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, press the left hand into the right as you tip to the left. Inhale, center, one more time each side. Exhale, tilt to the right, both hands. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, tilt to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to bow all the way down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hand, step both feet back into plank, flowing through a vinyasa of your choice, either knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. One breath here to settle into the shape. And when you're ready, leading with the right heel, lifting the right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, come forward into plank, hover that right leg out to the side. Inhale, sweep it back behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, cross the body over to the left elbow, hugging here into plank position. Inhale, sweep that right leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step your foot in between your hands, staying here for your long runner's lunge. Take a moment, puff the chest forward. When you're ready, gather, squeezing the inner thighs together, lifting the torso up, crescent lunge. Take a moment to settle. You might need to adjust your stance. Find your balance. So a slight bend in that back knee is going to find that spaciousness in the lower back if you feel anything there. And again, that lifting up through the fingertips, buoyancy through the skull as you deepen the bend in the right knee. Full breath in here. Exhale, open the arms up, twist to the right, left hand in front, right arm behind you. One more breath here. Sinking deeper on the exhale. Inhale, arms back to center, crescent lunge. And then exhale, grounding that back foot, warrior two. So a moment to readjust. Inner arch of the left foot is in line with the right heel. The whole front body's opening up to the left. External rotation of that right thigh as you find the arm squeezing the shoulder blades behind you. Can you find an even amount of effort through the outer edge of the left foot and the right foot? Energy out both fingertips in opposite directions, squeezing that right butt cheek in and underneath the right hip as you externally rotate the thigh. Take a moment here. Flipping the right palm to face the sky. Keep the legs how they are as you tip up and back, reverse warrior. Opening up that right side body. Legs are stable. And this time we're finding our way into Trikonasana. So coming forward, right armpit over the right knee as you begin to extend the right leg. It doesn't have to be completely straight. Right fingertips will come to the inside of the right calf, maybe to the ground, or maybe even onto a block or a book or some type of cushion to support you here. So you lift the left arm up. So we don't want to collapse forward. We want to keep the body in line with the legs as if we're squeezing our whole body in between two panes of glass. So there's a lot of oblique engagement. Left arm carries up towards the sky. Again, spreading that effort between both feet, inner thighs are on. Can you maybe pretend that there's balloons attached to your left wrist and they're reaching, carrying you towards the sky? One more breath here. Staying for this long hold. Feeling what you feel, letting the breath be conscious, letting this intelligence spread to each limb, each finger, each toe. Hugging in the navel. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee, bring both hands to the inside of the right foot. As you walk and pivot to the left, taking a nice deep V forward fold, both toes facing in that direction. Fingertips can stay on the ground. You can bow all the way to the floor, grabbing opposite ankles, bringing the hands between the legs, just making sure you're not locking through the knees here. I'll let you explore this deep forward fold in your own way. One more breath. This time finding Skandasana to the left, so we're going to bend the left knee and then pivot the right toes towards the sky. So you're coming to the to ground through that right heel. Not locking through the right knee, we're finding engagement through that whole inner line. You can either stay on your toes or lower the heel to the ground. Hands can come to heart center or out in front of you for a little bit of support. So we're really engaging through this right leg. Foot is flexed. Hands to heart center if you'd like. You might even like to take a bind if that's something you practice. Maybe extending the arms. Let you explore this shape here for one more breath. As you lower the hands, pivot everything to the left. We're coming to face the back of the mat, both toes facing that direction. You'll find yourself in a long runner's lunge here. Take a moment to ground, to settle, to bring that consciousness back to your breath, back to your body. As you ground through that left foot, we're going to come up into a standing balance. So see if you can carry the arms and the right knee all the way into your center in one sweeping movement. Taking a moment here, engaging through the inner arch of the left foot. Bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee here. As you twist open to the right, right arm comes behind you. Challenge is to maybe even look at the right thumb. Enter with kindness, taking it lightheartedly if you can. Coming back to center slowly, both arms lift. Right ankle on top of left thigh as you find that figure four, hands to heart center. Pressing the right knee away, flexing the right foot, sitting into this open eagle chair variation. One more breath. As you rise all the way back up to that standing balance, right knee towards the belly. Keep the arms where they are as you tilt forward, sweep that right leg behind you, warrior three. See how you go, move very slow. Extending the right leg, tilting the torso forward, hugging in the belly as you tilt all the way into this shape. Maybe the arms can come behind you if the arms in front of you is a bit too much. From here, bend the left knee, deliver the right toes to the ground, find a crescent lunge. Exhale to settle. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left from here. Straight through your belly, twisting, gaze over the left fingertips behind you. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, bring both hands to the inside of the left foot as you walk all the way back into your forward fold, deep V through the legs. One more breath here. Bowing forward on your exhale. Walking fingertips all the way back to the right as you take this long runner's lunge, fingertips framing the right foot here. Ground the hands. Pick up the right foot quietly and sweep it back, three-legged dog. Full breath in, long breath out. Option is to take a vinyasa of your choice with this right leg lifted. So you hover forward into plank, or you can lower the toes, have a rest. We'll meet in downward facing dog. So options are there to add strength, to offer rest when you need it. When you're ready, from downward facing dog inhalation, the left leg comes high behind you. Exhale, left knee, left elbow coming forward into plank. Sweeping the leg back, inhale. Across the body, exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, sweeping back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step that foot in between your hands, taking that long runner's lunge. So you inhale, rise into crescent lunge. Exhale to settle. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. This time, gaze over the left fingertips behind you, feeling that ringing action through the center. Inhale to center, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two, back foot grounds, inner arch in line with the left heel. A moment to settle, a moment to arrive. When you're ready, flipping the left palm as you inhale, sweeping up and over, reverse warrior. Keep that deep bend in the left knee. One more breath here. Exhale, back to warrior two as you come forward, finding Trikonasana triangle pose. Left armpit over left knee and extending that left leg in the direction of being straight and engaged. Fingertips on the left hand come to the inside of the left calf. Right arm reaches up and over. And again, we're stacking the hips on top of each other, rotating that right rib cage towards the sky. If this strains your neck looking up, you can look down at your left foot. Just making sure that you draw that right shoulder back in space, squeezing the inner thighs together. Finding that breath, energy out the right outer edge of the foot. Consciousness to breathing, consciousness to the entire body. One more breath here. As you bend the left knee, both hands to the inside of the left foot and walk your hands to center. Just one breath here in your Prasarita forward fold. And then as you look to the right foot, bending the right knee, Skandasana, left toes towards the sky, engaging inner line of that left leg. Hands to heart center or hands in front of you to support, maybe even the opening of the arms or a bind here. I'll let you decide. One more breath. As you bring the hands to the ground, pivot both toes to face the back of the mat again this time. Taking that long runner's lunge, stepping into the right foot as you draw the left knee towards the chest. Big standing balance here. A moment to settle, inhale. Right hand to the outside of the left knee, exhale as you draw that left arm back, big twist. Inner arch of the right foot is still engaged. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, figure four, stretch here, outer left ankle on top of the right thigh as you sink deeply into a bent right knee, hips come back. Hands can come to heart center as you simultaneously push that left knee towards the ground. Flex the left foot. One more breath here. Inhale, draw that left knee back up to center, arms high. As you tilt into warrior three, your variation of choice, sending that left leg behind you, belly and torso lunges forward, fingertips in front. One more breath here. As you bend the right knee, deliver the left toes to the ground, crescent lunge. Exhale, twist to the right. Bring that right arm back. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, hands to the inside of the right foot as you come back into your deep V forward fold to the left. Eventually, slowly pivoting both toes back to the front of your mat, framing the left foot. As you sweep the left foot back behind you, three-legged dog, optional vinyasa with this leg lifted. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. You choose if you'd like to rest, Once you arrive in downward facing dog, slowly lowering the knees to the earth, sinking the hips back, and taking a child's pose. A moment to regather this relationship to the breath, to regather your understanding of where you are. And if you would like, you might like to take your Shavasana lying on your belly. It's just an option. Making a little pillow with your hands coming down to rest like this might be nice to offer a little bit of grounding. Otherwise, simply rolling over onto your back. So you take a very brief Shavasana here. Fully softening each part of you into the earth. Softening the face, your thoughts, your muscles. Integrating the breath and the practice, the movement. And if you have the time, I invite you to stay here for 5 more minutes, maybe even 10. But for those who would like to close the practice with me for the sake of time, just slowly beginning to reawaken the body, invite in a really deep, energizing breath perhaps, or moving. Eventually this movement will lead you to find a seated position with the spine long, the hands resting wherever you're comfortable. And letting the energy settle back into the base of your body as you bring your palms to touch in front of your heart. Anjali Mudra, a gesture of gratitude and humility. In a moment of pause here to acknowledge 3 things you're grateful for today. And bowing forward towards your heart and all the way towards the ground to seal in your practice. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly hope that you are taking care. Please reach out if there are any questions or comments. I'm here for you. Take care.